Hey guys, I just wanted to make a real quick visual aid for my last video for the 2,550 days of the tribulation. As you can see, I'm using stellarium here, and I have set my location to Jerusalem, Israel. And I'm going to look at a couple of days. Starting out with, we're looking at September 16th, which is Saturday night in Jerusalem. The sun is setting there, and if everything is absolutely perfect, not a cloud in the sky, no haze, you may be able to see the moon. But more likely, it'll be on the 17th that you'll actually be able to see that first sliver of the new moon. You can see here that I'm just moving the time back and forth to show that the moon is still above the horizon as it becomes twilight going towards night. And it's that time frame when you should be able to actually see the moon. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here, and you can kind of see that the moon is far enough above the horizon, and then pops in right there that comet Nishimura right next to it. Now both of these bodies are going to be approaching the horizon at about the same pace and time, so you'll see the moon and the comet both go below the horizon at about that same time. So that's just another interesting little tidbit for you there on that. More likely to see it on the 17th. So if you got a couple of stills here that show the 16th, the moon is above the horizon. The 17th as well here is much more likely to be seen at that point. And again, that's another 17th. And now we're going to go forward to 2030, August 30th. If there is an early Abib that year, then you would actually see the Feast of Trumpets by God's commandments being celebrated at this time. Not at the end of September, but at the end of August, based on an early Abib. And so I'm looking here at the 30th and the 31st, similar to the 16th and the 17th of this current year, to show that the moon is a little bit further behind, tracking a little bit further behind the sun in 2030 than it is currently in 2023. So it's more likely that you'll be able to see it on the 30th of August in 2030 than tonight, the 16th of September of this year. Only slightly, but that might be all that it needs to be seen at that time. So they would declare the 30th to be the first of that month during 2030. And I've got a couple of other stills here that show the 29th. It's almost parallel to the sun. You really won't be able to see it. The 30th, you should be able to see it. And then absolutely 100% you'll be able to see it on the 31st. And just one last point I want to show you guys here. This is a great website for counting days between dates. If you go from September 17th of this year all the way to September the 9th of 2030, that is exactly 2,550 days. And September the 9th is when the Day of Atonement would occur if they have that early Abib that I covered in my last video about were those days not shortened. I hope this helps. I love you guys.